Hello gamers, welcome to another edition of Tonight on Mage Hammer's Game Table, where tonight I'm continuing my series featuring John Fredericks Sharp Mountain Solo from Sharp Mountain Games. You can get this on TTRPG as a free download. I'm also using my own house rules, which are now published as part of the core rules as optional rules. You can check those out if you download the game. And at the end of last episode, my heroes, Callista Celine, she is a magic using type person because this is a classless system. So my elf archer, classic elf archer, Selendor Silverleaf, and a brute, Garthor Crusher, and he's obviously a quote-unquote fighter type. And then Mofo Sneakfoot, he is a Harefoot classic sneak, if you will. At the end of the last episode, they managed to gain their quarry, Rala Hammond, and she was injured, so they healed her, and they were bringing her back for the bounty, back to the village from which the people hired her. And they found the village looked like it had been attacked, but there were no bodies and no one left around. And so they picked up a trail, and Garthor knew immediately that they were orcs. And so they are taking Rala with them to kind of find out what exactly happened to the villagers and see if there's anybody else left alive to pay their bounty. And so they're bringing her with her. She is tied up and in the care, quote unquote, of Garthor. And in the meantime, Selendor is tracking. He has a 6 tracking. And so he's going to do that. Now in this game, you roll 2d6, and if you have advantage 3d6 and disadvantage 3d6, and you try to hit a target number based on their skill, and you have 5 skills. So that's Selendor needs a 6 on survival tracking, and also gets advantage if they're in forests. So he's going to get 3 dice on this to make sure they can track. So there's a system in Sharp Mountain Solo for hurdle points, but I'm just going to keep going. As long as he keeps getting the 6 he needs, he's going to stay on their trail. Okay, so that was a 7 without the advantage, so 8. So they're able to keep tracking. Now I'm going to roll to see if there's any encounters. And this is a semi-dangerous area, so we're going to roll to... I'm going to say that there's an encounter on a 1 or a 2. I think 50% is probably a little much, so we're going to do that. And so at that check, they did not run anybody, so they're going to continue tracking. Let me see how far away where they stop, how many checks we're going to need. So that was 1 check. We'll go D3 plus 1. No, we'll go D3 plus 2. Ooh, so it's going to be 5 checks. 5 checks. So we got 1 check down, and now we will they're tracking through the forest, and ooh, just made it 8, so that's good, with advantage. So we'll roll to see if there is an encounter. There is no encounter. Third check. They make it, so they're still on the trail. And let's see if there's an encounter. No encounter. So whatever is in these woods, it's not having anything with them. So on to the 4th one. And yeah, we're doing 5 encounters, 5 checks. Ooh, they've lost the trail. So because they lost the trail, on the next check, I'm going to have them they're going to take the check with disadvantage to find it. But in the meantime, see if they have an encounter. They do not. Very calm and peaceful forest area here. All right, so we're going to make another check with disadvantage. So that was the 4th check. It was a failure. So what I'll do is I'll go backwards every time they fail. All right, so we'll try again, but this time with disadvantage. And 7, that's still, oh no, wait, 3, that is not enough. Nope, not enough. So Looks like they're getting close to getting lost. All right, so instead of disadvantage, I'm just going to go to regular, I guess. Yeah. All right, so it picks back up the trail. And that's 2 more times I have to check for encounters. No encounters on those 2 while they were roaming lost through the woods. All right, so this is their 3rd encounter. Since they pick back up the trail, go back to advantage. Got it. Let's see if there's an encounter. There is an encounter this time. So let's see what they're going to be running into. That makes no sense. Ooh, yeah, those are good. Haven't seen those in a while. All right, so let's see how long it's taken them. 1, 2, 3. I guess each check made it taken an hour, so it's getting close to twilight then. Yeah, each check takes an hour. All right, and so let's get our opponents for this encounter. All right, I have them here somewhere. Should be right here. All right, and at this level, they only have that many, but I'm gonna have more than that. Make it a semi-tough fight. Semi-tough fight. All right, so as they are trekking through the woods, yeah, this will be good. As they're trekking through the woods, we're going to see if they are surprised by these creatures. And so I'll make an opposed roll. That's in the rules. And I'm going to give them, because they're used to this area, I'm going to give them stealth 7. Well, no, we'll just do an opposed roll. Who has the best? I guess we'll go with survival tracking, which would be 6. So it'll be Selendor, who has advantage. So he needs to roll higher on 2 dice than what they roll on 2 dice. I think that's how opposed rolls work in this game. Oh my gosh, 12 they rolled, and our team rolled a 7. So we'll say they were stealthier than our senses. And so they're going to get a free attack. So we'll put them, they're making their way through the forest here. Dragging her along, tied hands, mofos along. And I'll say, good for ambush points. So they did not sense them at all. And then these creatures come barking out of the trees and attack. Going for the strongest first. This one's going for the elf. This one's for mofo. 2 for the elf. They come out of these trees, barking like hyenas, and they attack. All right, so we're going to do the attack on Garthor. Ooh, that's a hit, and the highest die is a 6. Garthor has chainmail armor, so 2, so he takes 4 damage. All right. And then 1 attack on Callista, which she cast her magic armor a while back, and it's still active. It's good for 8 hours, and probably 6 hours have passed since, so gets an attack on her. That's 7, that's a hit. Yeah, so they need 7s to hit, I'm gonna say. They're pretty good combatants, so that'll make this combat kind of tough. So hits her, and 5 is the highest die, -3 is 2, so she takes 2, she's down to 2. Next up is the 2 attacks on Selendor. Oh, a crit, ouch, oh, 2 crits, ow, 2 crits. Oh my gosh. Okay, so 12, he has chainmail on, so that's 10. And then this is 8, so that's 6, so 16. And he is not injured. Well, he is now. So he is still up, but he is massively wounded. They really did a number on him. Oh, that was nasty. All right. All right, so it's our party's turn. Oh no, attack on Mofo. Mofo is missed. And so he turns around. All right, so we'll have Mofo attack. Mofo is going to attack with his short sword. And he hits and does 6 damage. They have decent armor, so I'm gonna say -2. So he takes 4 damage, which is not quite enough. These are a little tougher too. I'm making this encounter just straight up tough. So he's got, so that was 4, and they have 10 hit points each. So that one was 6, 10, 10, 10. So it's gonna be a tough fight. So Mofo hits and does 4 damage, which brings that one down to 6. Okay, Garthor Crusher attacks. He gets +2 damage, and he needs a 5 to hit, and he gets a 6. Highest die is a 5. -2 is 3, +2 is 5. So he takes off half this one's hit points. Damaging blow on that creature. These hyena heads. Then Callista's going to fire off her magical bolt, and she needs a 5 to cast this, and she misses. It just flies right by the creature. Thank goodness her armor's up. It might save her. We'll see. And then Selendor is going to attack with his short sword because he's too close to attack with his bow. There's long sword, I mean. And so he attacks. And he has a nice hit, and he does 6 -2, 4 damage to his opponent. One of his opponents. And now we're going to actually roll initiative because the surprise round is over. So 1, 2, 3, the heroes go. 4, 5, 6, the monsters go. So the heroes get another attack. So Mofo attacks, stabs with his short sword as he dances around this creature. He gets a 7. He has a close combat of 6, so he hits and does the higher die. So that is another 4. Still not quite enough to bring him down, but on the way. Garthor attacks with his great axe and needed a 5. He got a 6, so take the higher die. 4 -2. That's 2 damage +2 for it. Down to 1 hit point, but not enough to take him down. All right, and then she fires off another magic bolt at her opponent and actually hits with a crit, so 6 damage to him. Not modified by armor, but it's not enough to take him down. And then Selendor attacks the same one he attacked before with his longsword, hoping to take him down. And he has a 6 close combat score, so he missed. He missed. So now they attack. The 2 attacks on him. You know what he should have done. 6 is a miss, 7 is a hit. 4 is the higher die, -2, 2 damage. Still up, but not by much. He should have activated Healing Stone. He's gonna have to do that this next round, or else he's gonna be out. He's probably gonna be out anyway, but attack on Callista. Ooh, it's a crit, 8 damage, -3, 5 damage to Callista. Solid hit, got through her magic, or she felt it through her magic armor. Garthor's attack, and he hits for 6, -2 is 4 more damage. He's in fairly bad shape too. And then Mofo's attack, 6, just missed, needs a 7. So, initiative. The heroes go first. All right, so Mofo attacks again. Stabby, stab, stab. He hits. 5 -2 is 3. And that is enough to take his down. Woohoo! And then next up is Garthor. He gets a crit, 6 damage, -2 is 4. That's enough to take his down. Smashes him down, 3 damage total, really. 3, 4, no wait. 6 -2 is 4, +2, 6 damage, so it takes his down. That one is down. And then she fires off a magic bolt, or she want to do something else. Just get the heck out of the way of this thing, or she want to activate her Healing Stone. She's not in too bad a shape. She's hoping to take hers down. It's injured. She's going to take advantage on this one. One of her advantages on the day. Oh, yeah, there you go. Well, if I didn't take advantage, I would have had a crit. But still, crap. How do I work that? Do I take the crit, even though I have advantage? No. Take the 2 highest, so those are the only 2 to count. It's not modified by armor, so that's 6. That's enough to take his down. Anyway. Pshaw! That magic bolt finally hits him straight in the face. He goes flying backwards, and he's dead. And she kind of moves over back into these trees over here. And then Selendor attacks the one he injured. He hits and does a higher die. 5 minus 2 is 3 damage off of his. It's still not enough to take it down. Now they attack. Those 2 creatures attack him. Hit and a hit. Ouch. And both 6 is the highest. So 4 and 4, 8. So he drops. He should have used his healing stone. So, Selendor! Selendor! So, 0 hit point rules in this game. Needs a medicine roll, or what can't remember. Never can find stuff when I need it. All right, so extended task assisting, posed rolls, combat order attacking, combat order magic hits instead of hit points, not doing that. Oh, is it always this one that's here? Healing, there it is. Okay, so somebody needs a med kit. We're reaching 0 hit points. There it is. Holy moly. Make a fitness roll. If successful, you are knocked out. If you fail, you are dying. Okay, so for Selendil, he has to make a fitness roll. All right, Selendor needs to make a fitness roll. His fitness is, he needs an 8. And he just makes it, so he is literally just unconscious. His wounds have brought him, he got knocked up the head. He's been damaged a bit, and he's down. So he is not in threat of dying, but they don't know that. Okay. Okay. Initiative. Heroes go first. So she fires off a magic bolt at the one that is, and gets it. 6 is the higher die. That's enough to knock that guy down. He's injured. She saw the injuries on him. Garthor rushes forward and attacks this one. Now he's attached to her by a rope, so she has a little bit of lead. And so he attacks. 6. He needs a 5. He hits. The highest die is a 5. Minus 2 is 3 damage on that one. This one is going to try to get out of her if it survives this attack. Mofo. He's not going to quite make it there, so he kind of hides there waiting. Or you know what? He's still not going to find. Okay, so I guess he does make it over here to Selendor, and he uses one of his charges on his healing stone. And 2, of course. Oh well. So Selendor is at 2 hit points. And then the creature strikes back at Garthor. Actually, no, it takes a few steps back and runs away into the woods. So they let it go. It retreats from battle. Mofo uses another healing charge on his healing stone on her, and that's a 7. That's much better set on him. So Selendor is now at 9 hit points. Oh, thank you, my friend. Yes. All right, I'm going to check for treasure on these guys. Roll a d6. They have a decent amount of gold. 3d6 times 3d6. So that's 10, 13. I don't know what that was, so that's going to be 8. 13 times 8, so it's that much gold. And then we'll roll to see if they have a magic item. They have no magic. Alrighty. So, why didn't you ring of seeing see them? I guess because I wasn't looking for them. Very well. Whew. I am hurt, Garthor says. Yes, yes. Mofo uses his last healing stone on him. Oh my gosh, these ones are killing me. killing the characters. Garthor's at 7. Selendor uses one on himself. 5. Puts him at 14. Callista uses one on herself. 7, that's good. And then she uses one on Garthor. Garthor is just not meant to be healed today. She uses another one because his wounds did not close completely. 4 more. I guess that's okay. Now, the thing is, if they stop here to rest for the night and they camp, and they spend the night and it's uninterrupted and all that stuff, they will get their hit points back. However, because they may get ambushed in the night, they have to heal themselves up because you can't, Selendor has 2 more. So he's just going to spend them both. One on himself. Oh my gosh. That's the worst. And another on Garthor, which doesn't bring him quite up to snuff, but all right. So their healing stones are completely drained, and they've decided to camp for the night. So they're going to go over to this ruins over here, and they're going to set up a camp, and they're going to take turns guarding. And Rala is like, would you mind loosening these bonds so I can sleep? No, of course not. Suffer, murderer. I told you, I'm not a murderer. We'll see about that. Very well. All right, so they set a watch. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to take watches in 2s because that's better. I think this team is going to do that. So they need 8 hours of sleep, so 4-hour shifts. So Callista and Mofa are going to go first, and these 2 will go last. So they go ahead and sleep while these 2 stay awake. And we're going to see if there's an encounter in the night. So one or 2, there's an encounter. There's no encounter for the night. Or during their watch. No, just say for the night, and then I determine which they are. So everybody gets a good night's sleep. Their healing stones have recharged. Rala does not try to make a break for it. Actually, she's probably more afraid of these woods alone than she would be with this crew. They eat some dried jerky meat, and they give some to her. They drink water. They have water skins on them. They find some water in a stream not too far away. So I've replenished their healing stones, and they're ready for the next day. Now, we're on the 4th one. They need 1 more. A successful check to get where they need to go. So here we go. He gets advantage. Selendor has advantage. Oh my gosh. And he needs... Oh, he needs a 6. Thank goodness. He got it with the advantage. All right, so that's the 5th. That was the 5th check. We'll see if there's an encounter. No encounter. And he tracks them to... a door in the side of a hill here. Oh, what do we have here? I don't know, but that's an awful small door. Yes, it is. But that's where their tracks lead. It looks like they brought a cart and they took the bodies from the cart and put it there. I wonder where the cart went. Maybe they disassembled it. Maybe they smashed it, used it for firewood. Oh, it could be anything. Well, if we want to get our bounty, we have to see what happened to these villagers. They went through that door. You're sure? Of course I'm sure. Check for yourself if you want. All right. All right, then. What do we do with her? I guess we'll have to bring her along. Yeah, that's right. She's our meal ticket after all. True, mofo. True. All right. Well, onward and upward, I guess. I don't know about upward. Looks like onward and downward. And with that, we are going to end this episode. So they're about to head down into some subterranean delve, apparently, looking for the lost villagers. So, thank you so much for watching. Big shout out to my members, Grognard Solo Gaming, Nate, Jamie, Tabletop Wanderer, Todd, Surf Monkey, Kai, and Mom. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed, everyone who's done a like, anyone who's watched even 30 seconds of my videos. Thank you so much for all your support. And until next time, we'll see what happens to these guys. Till next time, keep on rolling dice and playing games. Magehammer out.